Welcome to Sleepy Classic Tales. Tonight, you are listening to Animal Farm by George Orwell, first published in 1945, in our own calm and gently told short version, clearly narrated and without haste. Make yourself comfortable and let the story unfold quietly. Part 1. Old Major's Legacy. On a remote farm in England, known as Manor Farm, the animals have lived for many years under the rule of Farmer Mr. Jones. He was once a diligent man, but over time he has begun to drink too much. He neglects his work. The animals receive too little food, the stalls are rarely cleaned, and everything feels heavy and bleak. The animals have grown used to it, but they are not content. One evening, an old boar named Old Major asks all the animals to gather in the large barn. Old Major is old but wise, and the animals listen to him. Slowly, one by one, they arrive. Horses, cows, sheep, hens, ducks, dogs, and even the shy cat. The raven Moses, as always, sits on a beam above them, watching with half-closed eyes. When all the animals are assembled, Old Major begins to speak in a calm, steady voice. He tells them that life does not have to be the way it is now. Hard labor, little food, no freedom. He explains that humans produce nothing, yet take everything. Milk, eggs, wool, strength. The animals create everything, but they own nothing. Old Major says that one day the animals could be free if they stand together. A society without humans, without whips, without exploitation. He calls this idea animalism, a way of life in which all animals are equal. The animals listen intently. Many do not understand every detail, but they feel his hope. Then Old Major sings an old song, Beasts of England, a song of freedom and a better future. At first, the animals sing softly, then louder, until the barn is filled with sound and excitement. The noise wakes Mr. Jones. Annoyed, he grabs his gun and fires a shot into the night. The animals scatter in fear, but something remains behind in their hearts. The thought of a different life. 3 days later, Old Major dies peacefully in his sleep, but his words live on. The most intelligent animals on the farm, the pigs, take it upon themselves to organize Old Major's ideas. 3 pigs stand out in particular. Snowball, clever, creative, full of energy. Napoleon, quiet, calculating, power-conscious. Squealer, a persuasive speaker who can explain anything. Together, they turn Old Major's ideas into a system of rules, the 7 Commandments, which are to guide life on the farm after the Revolution. The animals begin speaking secretly about freedom. Hope grows, and with it, courage. Meanwhile, Mr. Jones becomes ever more negligent. He forgets feedings, drinks longer, sleeps later. The animals grow hungry. The moment of change comes faster than anyone expected. One evening, when the animals are starving and try to take their food themselves, Jones and his men attempt to drive them back with sticks. But this time, the animals do not submit. They resist, first cautiously, then decisively. The cows charge, the horses kick, the dogs chase, the geese bite at ankles. Jones flees, his men running after him. The farm belongs to the animals. That very night, Snowball removes the old name from the gate and paints in large letters, Animal Farm. For the first time, the animals fall asleep with the feeling of being truly free. Part 2. The First Order. The morning after the Revolution, Animal Farm feels like a different place. The animals wake early, almost surprised by the silence. No shouting from Mr. Jones. No clinking bottles. No angry commands. Only the wind over the grass and the sense that a new beginning is possible. Together they enter the farmhouse for the first time. Snowball leads them through the rooms. The animals feel awe. They have never been inside before. Everything is cleaner and brighter than expected. They decide to change nothing. The house will remain a museum, a place no one lives in. Outside, they begin turning Old Major's ideas into clear rules. The pigs paint the 7 commandments in large letters on the barn wall so everyone can read them, or at least hear them read aloud. The animals feel proud. Never before have they lived by rules they created themselves. Boxer and Clover, the 2 horses, stand before the wall for a long time. They cannot read, but they remember the core principle Snowball explains to them. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. This sentence becomes a guide for many of the animals. Work begins, and it is different than before. No one shouts, no one strikes, no one threatens. The animals work because they believe in their freedom. The harvest is better than ever. Even the hardest tasks succeed because the animals help one another. Boxer carries the heaviest loads, the hens search for grain, the sheep keep watch, the cows give plenty of milk. In the evening, as the animals sit together, tired but content, they notice something. The milk that was collected that morning is gone. Squealer calmly explains that the milk has been mixed into the pigs' food. The pigs, he says, need proper nourishment for their mental work so they can plan and guide the farm. The animals nod, even if they do not fully understand. It sounds reasonable. The pigs seem to know everything. News of the revolution spreads quickly. Through pigeons, ravens, and wandering animals it reaches other farms. Some animals begin singing the songs of Animal Farm in secret. Other farmers grow uneasy. They fear their own animals might get dangerous ideas. One day, Mr. Jones returns with several men and farmhands. They want to reclaim what they lost. Armed with sticks and an old gun, they rush forward. But the animals are prepared. Snowball has studied old military books and planned defensive strategies. The geese attack first, confusing the men. Sheep and goats scatter them. Then the horses charge, Boxer at the front. The humans panic. Jones tries to shoot, but the animals drive him back. Within minutes, the men flee the farm, humiliated and defeated. The animals celebrate the Battle of the Cowshed. They bury a fallen sheep and realize they have achieved something they never dreamed of. They defended themselves. Snowball receives special honor. The animals see him as a hero. Napoleon says nothing and watches. A shadow begins to grow over Animal Farm, though the animals cannot yet see it. Part 3. The Struggle Over the Windmill. After the Battle of the Cowshed, a period of pride and peace follows. The animals feel stronger and safer. But the calm does not last. Tension grows between Snowball and Napoleon. Both pigs are intelligent, but they could not be more different. Snowball is full of ideas and enthusiasm. He seeks ways to make work easier and life better. Napoleon speaks little. He observes, stores information, waits. The conflict becomes clear. Snowball believes in progress. Napoleon believes in control. The dispute centers on Snowball's favorite project, the windmill. Snowball holds long meetings explaining how the windmill could generate power, operate machines, and even bring light in winter. The animals do not understand the details, but they feel his vision. They feel hope. Napoleon dismisses the windmill as nonsense. He says animals need no luxury, only hard work. Squealer supports him, casting doubt on Snowball's reliability. Many animals begin to question not Snowball's ideas, but their own ability to understand them. At a large assembly, the animals are to vote. Snowball speaks first, passionate, convincing. Applause follows. Then Napoleon steps forward. He speaks only briefly, calm and firm. And then it happens. Napoleon gives a short signal. 9 large dogs rush onto the yard, powerful, trained, terrifying. The animals realize with horror that these are the puppies Napoleon secretly took and raised. The dogs chase Snowball. He runs for his life, reaches the gate, jumps over it, and disappears into the night. The farm is left silent and shaken. Napoleon takes full control. Meetings are abolished. Decisions are made by pigs alone. Snowball is declared a traitor. When animals recall his bravery, Squealer insists they are mistaken. He speaks with such confidence that they begin to doubt their own memories. Napoleon then announces something unexpected. The windmill will be built after all. He claims it was always his idea. No one dares to question it. The animals are confused, but they work. The farm begins to change, slowly, quietly, unnoticed. Part 4. Working harder. The windmill becomes the center of life. The animals haul stones up the hill, let them roll down, break them, and start again. The work is exhausting. Boxer leads by example. Again and again he says, "I will work harder." Food rations shrink. Winter is harsh. The pigs, however, never seem hungry. Whenever doubt arises, Squealer appears with numbers proving life is better than before. The animals cannot verify them. One night, a violent storm strikes. By morning, the windmill lies in ruins. Napoleon declares it sabotage. Snowball is blamed. The animals are ordered to rebuild. There is no other direction but forward. Part 5. What the animals no longer see. Years pass. Many animals from the revolution are gone. New generations know only Animal Farm and believe everything they are told. Boxer collapses one day, exhausted. Napoleon claims he will be taken to a hospital, but Benjamin reads the wagon's sign and cries out in despair. It belongs to a knacker. Boxer is taken away. Squealer later claims it was a misunderstanding. The animals want to believe him, but hope fades. The pigs grow wealthy. They walk on 2 legs. They carry whips. One evening, humans visit. Animals look from pig to man, from man to pig, and can no longer tell the difference. This was our calm retelling of Animal Farm by George Orwell. If you would like to understand why Animal Farm was banned in several countries and what made this seemingly harmless fable so dangerous to entire political systems, and what George Orwell truly wanted to show, not about a single ideology, but about power itself and how it changes those who hold it, you'll find the answers in our companion book, Golden Pages, Volume 1. There you'll find the stories from our podcast, backgrounds, interpretations, and connections that may only softly resonate while listening. You'll find the link in the description. Good night. And if you like, we'll listen to each other again tomorrow.